We're back. We're here with Todd Jones. Todd Jones is the Director of Entrepreneurial Development at the EDC, not the Electric Daisy Carnival, but although maybe, no.
Could be, I don't know.
Economic Development Corporation and the Shasta Venture Hub. Am I doing?
You got it. Just, that's perfect.
Great. So walk us through that a little bit. Just what's the elevator pitch for the EDC and what's the elevator pitch for the Shasta Hub?
Yeah, so the Shasta EDC, we've been around since the mid-1950s, and we are really responsible for recruitment and retention of manufacturing and technology jobs to Shasta County, and that looks like a lot of different things. But the main thing is recruiting companies to come to Shasta County, and we do that on a contract basis for the City of Redding, City of Shasta Lake, City of Anderson, in the County of Shasta. So that's half of our kind of time, and then or half of our funding, and the other half comes from private investors in Redding who are really looking to see the economy grow, because a rising tide lifts all boats. So that's really the EDC. And then the Venture Hub, we've had that open for just over 2 years, and it's a place for entrepreneurs to come and work together. It's a co-working space. We have offices for startups as well, and we put on events and we do different things to connect entrepreneurs to resources, so they're not out there alone doing whatever it is they're doing. There's a lot of amazing people in Shasta County that you would really never know they existed, and they're building great companies and great products. And our goal is to really just help them when they need it, because sometimes they want to do their own thing, and that's okay. But we want to help them as much as we can with the resources that we have.
Awesome. Yeah. So it sounds like you're recruiting people through the EDC to actually physically relocate here, or just have some of their business done here? What does that look like?
Yeah, so physically relocate. So there's companies all over the world that are looking to relocate or expand on a daily basis, and they send out these RFPs to municipalities, and a lot of times a city like Redding might have their own economic development arm that would respond to these RFPs and say, hey, here's why you should come to Redding, or here's
What's
why you
an
should
RFP real quick?
Request for proposal. I'm sorry, I get into these
acronyms. Government is acronym city.
People are looking to relocate, and they'll say, hey, why should I come to your town? A great example is Amazon HQ2 headquarters. They put out this request for proposal, and hundreds and hundreds of cities said, here's why you should come to my city. And so we do that on a monthly basis to all kinds of companies that are looking to relocate. We say we have great quality of life, our cost of living is lower, we're close to the Bay Area, we're in the 6th largest economy in the world here in California. Why wouldn't you want to come here? And of course we have our challenges, but it's just, we try to get the name of Shasta County out there as much as we can, and really sell the benefits we have. And we have a great local government right now that is being aggressive for those offers. So we have Stillwater Business Park, for example. It's an industrial park that is vacant at the moment, and we're being very aggressive to, basically, hey, we'll give you this land if you're going to bring jobs to our community and build and grow the economy. So
that's a pretty
if you're
sweet
out there
offer.
And you're going to be creating jobs and bringing jobs into the community, the reason that the city built the park was not for a real estate deal. It's for economic development and the jobs that are possible with those companies that can move to Shasta County. So that's kind of the EDC technical stuff. And then I work with the startup things, like I mentioned, the events that we do. And there's a big ecosystem in Redding, the Startup Redding ecosystem, and it's not just us. There's the Shasta Angels. There's all these different entities. Startup Redding as an entity is forming as we speak, and there's different investors. And we really just want to bring all those people together, and they can still do their own little thing that they're doing. That's fine. But the more that we can talk with each other, connect with each other, get people that come through pitch breakfast and then go on to pitch to the Shasta Angels and then go on to get, a Series B round like Limelight Health did last fall for $7.2 million. That's the kind of stuff we love to see happen, just bringing people together and connecting the dots as much as possible. And I think if we continue to do that, Shasta County is going to be a much better place if we just continue to work together.
Wow. So you're talking about real money, real business. This is substantial stuff. Is there any crossover between the Shasta Venture Hub and the EDC? Is there any,
Well, the Shasta Venture Hub is an entity of the EDC. So the EDC actually funded it. They built it out with their investors and the fundraising efforts that they made. And it's a complete component. And, there's other co-working spaces that are evolving and building as we speak in Shasta County, and that's definitely a good thing. It's like breweries, and the more breweries in a town, I think it's better for everybody. In the co-working space, it's kind of the same thing, and all these different groups that are working on improving our economy and doing these co-working spaces and being collaborative and funding and 100XR and Shasta Angels and these other funds, we love it. We love to see it happen. And like I said, if we continue to work together, it's going to be a bright future in Shasta County.
Speaking of future, what is your vision for 10 years out? What do you see Shasta developing into 10 years from now?
You know, I think 10 years from now, right now, we certainly don't have a primary industry in Shasta County. We don't have the, hey, we used to be a timber town, or we used to be a gold mining town. We don't have that anymore. So I think in 10 years, we're really going to identify ourselves, and we have a lot of visionaries in Shasta County right now, and they're converging some of their ideas. And so I think 10 years from now, I don't know exactly what that primary industry is going to be, but I think we're really going to identify ourselves, and we're going to be, we already are a regional hub for a large geographic area of California. And I think we're just going to continue to capitalize on that and show why Redding is that naturally, and what we can do, and some of the more potential that we have. So I don't have an exact crystal ball, but I just feel like we're at a tipping point right now in Shasta County, and there is so much good stuff going on. And if we just keep riding that wave and working together, we're going to see big changes.
Fantastic. All right, folks. Well, you heard it. There's economic development. There's resources. There's land here. Todd Jones is the man to talk to. Thanks for joining us, and here's the next 10 years.
Thanks for having me.